I need to show you something, and I need you to notice your reaction. And right now, you're making a judgment. You think I'm an idiot or I don't know history. Maybe you think I'm trying to be edgy. Or maybe you're wondering if there was something you were never taught. There is, and it's 10,000 years old, as well as the biggest cultural theft in all human history. Before I tell you why I have this, can I show you something? Archaeologists kept finding it everywhere. Ukraine, 15,000 years ago, Ice Age hunters carving it into mammoth ivory. India, the word swastika literally means well-being in Sanskrit. Arizona, Navajo people weaving it into sacred blankets over 1,000 years. Norway, Vikings stamping it on their warriors' hammers. Japan, Buddhist temples marking them for centuries. Africa, same shape, different name, but the same pattern. For some of these, India, Norway, Japan, you could maybe argue that there was some kind of ancient trade route. But for others, the Navajo in Arizona and the Ice Age hunters in Ukraine, no evidence of connection, none. So how does that happen? By the 1920s, the Western world catches up. Archaeologists writing papers, the mystery of it, how universal it is, and it becomes a fad. Not a Nazi fad, a good luck fad. Coca-Cola handing out swastika pendants, Boy Scouts wearing them on their badges. American soldiers, particularly the 45th Infantry Division, got it on their uniforms. By 1920, this ancient symbol is about to become permanent, a global symbol of hope. For 10,000 years, across every continent, humans looked at this shape and felt safe, connected, home. And then, in a library in Munich, one man finds the work of some very dangerous people. 1920, Adolf Hitler, 31 years old, failed artist. He's looking for a symbol, tries runes, tries eagles, nothing clicks. Then he finds the work of a racist occultist like Guido von List in the Thule Society. People claiming, with zero evidence, that the swastika was a sacred symbol of a lost, quote-unquote, Aryan master race. And Hitler sees it, ancient, mystical, eye-catching. He tilts it 45 degrees, red, white, black, aggressive. This specific configuration, the tilted black cross on red, became the Nazi brand. The world is this close to making it permanent, and he grabs it. 10,000 years of meaning, gone in 12. I'm about to show you a brief image of Nazi propaganda. Not to glorify it, but because you need to see the branding of it. He flooded the world. Flags, armbands, buildings, uniforms, currency, documents. You couldn't look at Europe without seeing it. Then he attached it to the worst thing humans have possibly ever done to each other. The symbol didn't just exist during the Holocaust, it became inseparable from it, almost like the visual signature of a genocide. When the camps were liberated, 6 million people murdered under that symbol. The theft was complete. He didn't just steal a shape, he stole the memory that it ever meant anything else. Before the US even enters the war, the Navajo Nation holds an emergency council meeting, and they give it up. A symbol that they'd used for over 1,000 years. Healing, protection, the 4 directions. They surrender it. Not because they did anything wrong, but someone on the other side of the world stole it first. Can you imagine that? Having to give up something sacred because of something you don't have anything to do with. And that's where we are, right now, today. 2 worlds, same symbol, different meanings. In the West, some countries made it illegal. In Asia, still sacred. Still marking temples, religious texts, celebrations. You could even see it on the Japanese map. And that creates problems. Real problems. In 2024, Australia, a woman tried to order an Uber. Banned. Not for her behavior, not for anything she did. For her name, Swastika. Her parents named her Swastika. A common name in India means good fortune. An algorithm decided that it's hate speech. Think about that. A company bans a woman for the name her parents gave her. They had to apologize, reinstate her account, but the damage? It was already done. Adelaide, Australia, 2019, a Hindu couple celebrating Diwali created a rangoli on their doorstep. You know what that is? Traditional art. Colored sand and powder. Takes hours. A prayer made visible. Delivery man walks up, sees the swastika in the design, and destroys it. Grinds it into the concrete with his foot. He thought he was fighting Nazis. Instead, he was destroying someone's prayer. Brandeis University, 2020. Hindu student government president, Simran Tatuskar. She suggests carefully, respectfully, that maybe the curriculum on hate symbols should mention the swastika's original meaning. You know, teach the difference, help people understand. She faces backlash, pressure to apologize for trying to educate people about her own faith. She's not promoting hate. And maybe you're thinking, okay, but context matters. People should know better. Should they? Or should the rest of us stop letting one man decide what 10,000 years of history means? That's Hitler's real victory. Not just using the symbol, but making it impossible for the rest of us to see anything else. These people didn't do anything wrong. They're being punished for something people did all the way across the world before they were even born. They're living in the wreckage of someone else's war. Now maybe you're thinking, that's terrible, but I'm not Hindu, I'm not Buddhist, I'm never getting a swastika tattoo. So why does this matter to me? Because it's not about the swastika anymore. It's about whether we let extremists dictate what we're allowed to remember, what we're allowed to say, what symbols we use, what history we honor. So why does this matter to me? Because the theft never ended. They're still using the same playbook right now. So now you know the history. And maybe now you're wondering, why would you put that on your finger? Of all places I could have put this, my back, my chest, somewhere I could hide it. I put it here, where I see it every single day, where you see it when I hand you something, or when we shake hands. Want to know why? Because before it was stolen, this symbol was proof that we are one people. Think about what that actually means. Oceans separating us, thousands of miles, thousands of years. And you know what scares people in power? When we remember that. Because once you see it, once you realize we're all part of the same story, you can't unsee it. And we can't be divided. Hitler understood that. Unity is dangerous to people who want power. So what did he do? He took the symbol that proved we're connected and made it prove the exact opposite. Made it say we're fundamentally different. Some of us are superior. Not just the symbol, the memory. The memory that we've always been one people. I'm black. My ancestors survived slavery. An ideology that used this symbol wanted people who look like me to be erased from this earth. So let's be clear. I'm not here to defend the Hakenkreuz, the four-pronged cross that the Nazis used. I'm here to stand up for everything that it stole. I wear this because it reminds me of their story. My ancestors who built civilizations in Africa. And your story. Whoever you are. It's the same human history. And when people see this tattoo and they ask me about it, when they're confused, when they make assumptions, when they finally understand, that moment right there, that's when they remember. We're one people, not one culture, not one story, just one species. Because if you remember we're the same species, you start asking why we're being told that we're enemies. That's what he tried to kill. Not just the symbol, but the memory that we're all connected. And once you see the theft, once you understand how it works, you start seeing the pattern everywhere. Because they're still using his playbook. A cartoon frog, a hand gesture, memes, phrases, symbols that meant nothing. Until small groups started flooding them with new meaning, and we just surrendered them. Here's the pattern. First you take something harmless that everyone uses, and you attach it to something extreme. Then, and this is the key, you flood the internet with it. And then what happens? Everyone else surrenders it. The swastika took 12 years to steal. These new ones, they'll take maybe 12 months because the internet is a place of mass meaning making. Now, before you say it, no, I'm not comparing Pepe the Frog to the Holocaust. I'm comparing the mechanisms, the tactics. The scale is different. The evil is different. But the pattern? Flood, associate, erase the original, claim it forever. This isn't about the symbols. It's about the playbook. That pattern? It's the same, and it's faster now. A hand gesture. The okay sign. Humans have been making that for thousands of years. And now, a few thousand people on the internet decide it belongs to white supremacists? What? And I refuse. Not with this symbol. Not with the next one. and not with any of them. Because the moment we surrender meaning to these extremists, we are telling them that they are more powerful than 10,000 years of human history. And they're simply not. We can't keep surrendering. We cannot keep allowing small groups of people to rewrite history. So here's my question for you. When you see this now, what do you see? Do you see what he made it? Or do you see what it was for 10,000 years before him? Because that answer, that is the test. That is how you know he won. These symbols, the oldest ones, they don't belong to 12 years of evil. They belong to us, all of us. And every time we forget that, every time we let fear decide what we can and can't remember, we're letting him keep it. I'm not letting him keep it. And maybe if we stop letting them steal our ghost signals, we'll finally hear what they were trying to tell us all along. If this made you see things differently, please consider subscribing and sharing this with somebody you know. And I'll see you next time.